I'll chime in here. I grew up in Mexico, in Latin America. I spent more time living in Mexico than any other place in the world. And half of the day I was in the Mexican section of a French school. And so I had Mexican teachers. I can tell you that children in Mexico are absolutely taught to believe that evil gringos invaded Mexico, killed their niños héroes, their heroic boys, and then stole all of their land. Now, of course, that's not the truth. The truth is that we fought a war with Mexico. They ceded that territory that includes California, New Mexico, Arizona, Colorado, even parts of Wyoming. They ceded that as part of this treaty. We paid them a huge amount of money. It was almost totally uninhabited at the time. And so the Mexicans are lied to, but they are conditioned to believe from the time they're little kids that the evil gringos, myself included, by the way, my teacher always made a point to point out that I was a gringo, that we came and stole their land and killed their people. And they are very resentful of that to this day. Mexicans, of course, are very patriotic, kind of like Americans used to be. So absolutely dangerous agenda that's happening here. And the chaos is always used by these evildoers to advance their agenda. And that's what we're going to see here. I think the North American Union agenda is one of the objectives. I think forcing Trump to respond in a way that they can frame as dictatorial is another part of this. They want Trump to look like a dictator, and they need something to cause him to do that. This looks like it's being set up as a perfect opportunity for that. It'll also, unfortunately, I think, set the precedent for the President of the United States to deploy the U.S. military against conservatives and Republicans. This talk of arresting Governor Newsom, I think, is very dangerous. And I think, if possible, they would like to see two different things that seem contradictory happen at the same time. Kind of a breakup of the United States where California goes its own way, and we see this governor saying, oh, we're not going to pay you your taxes, and almost behaving like a Confederate. And then we see Trump trying to preserve the Union. If they could break apart the Union of United States and then merge us all back together into a North American Union, the amount of chaos that would result would enable a much more comprehensive response, shall we say, from the globalists.